Hello everybody, hope you had a fantastic Christmas and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be just doing a little chat with you to tell you what I did over the Christmas period. Martin and I did lots of things together. So I have my notes here to remind me what we did. And I'll also show you my presents, but that might be in another video actually, because it'll just be too long, won't it, all in one. Okay, so what we did over the Christmas period, Martin and I went to the Champagne Indian restaurant in Tamworth. It's a fabulous little restaurant. They do a lot of fusion dishes. It's really nice when you go inside it. It's very elegant inside, but what is really good about it is it actually has these mirrors, so when you sit down it's got mirrors either side, and it actually makes the restaurant look a lot longer than it actually is, so it's a bit of an illusion really. So we ended up going there, and the purpose of that was to go and see my brother. Now, he told me he had some bad news, and my stomach churned because I thought, oh gosh, I wonder what the bad news was that he had to tell us. And I needn't have worried too much, because it wasn't something serious like cancer or Alzheimer's or something like that. So it was about his eye. He was telling us about his eye, that he'd had some problems with it, and he'd got a macular pucker. And I thought, well, what the hell is a macular pucker? Never heard of it before. So the thing is, a macular pucker is when your iris sort of puckers up, and he had this at the back of the eye, and he had this x-ray to actually show us what it was, and it was quite horrific really, because if he didn't get it sorted straight away, they told him he'd go blind in one eye. So that wasn't good, was it? You know, that he'd go blind in one eye. So he wouldn't be able to do his usual things that he likes to do. You know, so he's got to have an operation on it as soon as possible. My brother is actually 12 years older than me, and he's always joked that when I was born, the day that I was born, he didn't get his tea. He said, oh, when you were born, I didn't get my tea. Oh, lovely. Oh, excuse me, I'm still recovering from this flu. I don't know whether you've had it, but it's been going around and loads of people have been having this flu. So, yeah, because I was a premature baby. I was. And I was born a little bit too soon, so I couldn't wait to get into this world, obviously. And the first thing I did, I remember Mum telling me, the first thing I did when I was born was, I must have been dying to go to the loo, because the first thing I did, she said, the first thing you did, she says, when you were born was you weed, she said. You weed. You weed on the nurse. Oh, excuse me. See? It was a bad one this year, this flu. It actually got into the throat. And I'm still coughing up the, you know, the remnants of it, so it's not good. So Christmas Eve, Martin and I decided to stay in. We had come down with the flu, so we drank some brandy, because that's really good when you've got a throaty cough or anything like that. It's very warming, and we have a steamer as well, so that helps. Actually, that reminds me, when I was 2, I had croup, and before that I actually had whooping cough as well, but I nearly died, so I nearly didn't actually get to see this world at all, because I remember I was lying in bed and I woke up, and my mum, she, because being a little girl, you know, I spent time with mum, and she noticed that I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for breath, trying to get my breath because I couldn't breathe. And she says, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know, and where we lived at the time, there was a telephone box just down the road. There wasn't a telephone in the house. It was a telephone box down the road. And Mum had to dash to the telephone box and get the doctor. And the doctor came, and I was taken away in an ambulance to the hospital. I think it was the Good Hope Hospital at the time. And I was taken there, and I had to go into a steam tent. And I spent time in a steam tent for a while, a couple of weeks, for this croup to go. It was quite serious, and Mum said if it had gone across my throat, I'd be a goner. That's it. I wouldn't have survived. Luckily, the steam and the medicines the nurses gave me cured it. So that's why I always have a steamer in the house now, because I know just how important a steamer is. So if you ever get the flu, use a steamer about 3 times a day or more, because it breaks up all of the phlegm inside your throat and your chest, and it loosens it so it can come out. So that's a little tip that's quite useful. And brandy helps as well, because my dad taught me about brandy when I went away camping with some friends, 18+ group, years ago, Trentham Gardens, and we went camping there. And Trentham Gardens has changed a lot now, it's totally different, but we went camping, and I shouldn't have gone really. I went away with a cold, and you know, when you're young you think, oh, you know, it's only a cold, I'll get over it, I'll, you know, just have fun. It was impossible to have fun. It rained all that weekend. My chest got worse, couldn't stop coughing, in between breaths, cough, 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 cough. It was horrible. It was so bad that I had to ring my my brother, and my brother picked me up because he drove. So he picked me up, and oh, I was so ill. Straight away, got into bed, wrapped in warm blankets and everything. And my dad said to me, "Oh, you know," he said, "I'll go and get you some brandy." I was in my 20s at the time. He says, "I'll go and get you some brandy." He says, "It'll work wonders." And I had this bottle of brandy by my bed, and a little glass. And you know what? That brandy really helped. It also helped me to sleep, but it did help to kill off the infection, actually. So that was good. Apart from some, you know, honey and lemon drinks and things like that. So that's a little bit about why we have a steamer and stuff. Martin and I watched the box set of Only Fools and Horses. We're still watching it. It's absolutely hilarious. One of our favourite comedies. Brilliant. I love it. I love anything like that. These suburban comedies, or you know, films, you know, that are set on estates and stuff. You know, things about real life and real people. I love that kind of thing. So yeah. So because we felt horrible with the flu, we decided to just enjoy ourselves on the settee watching these and enjoying drinks. But Martin felt really bad, so he ended up going to bed quite early, and I was left downstairs, and I watched the carol service on ITV. So that was very Christmassy. Oh yeah, and we had some gingerbread German biscuit things. They're really lovely. We love those at Christmas. And a hot mug of tea as well, because the kettle's not too far away. So that was cosy. And then just chilled out listening to music on YouTube. And spent some time scrolling as well, seeing what people were doing on Christmas Eve, and spending time with the kiddies. Yeah, so that's what we did. And then Christmas Day, despite having the flu, we did enjoy it. We had stollen for breakfast and some coffee as well. We had a sea bass for our dinner, which was lovely, with our prawn and cheese sauce. It was one of those sea basses, I think it was from Lidl or Aldi. Martin did all the Christmas shopping. He came home with it all. He did say, what did we want to have Christmas Day dinner? He brought the catalogue from Aldi and Lidl for us to choose, and I said, oh, that sea bass looks nice with the prawn and cheese sauce. So we have that with dauphinoise potatoes. And to start with, we had duck l'orange pâté, which was really delicious, on beetroot crackers with rocket salad. Then for our pudding, we had Christmas pudding, one of those small ones. It was aged for 24 months, and it was gorgeous. It had nuts in it and brandy, and we had that with custard. So we gave out our presents to each other. That was lovely. We take it in turns. We say, you open a present now, Martin, and he opens his present, and then I open one of mine so he can see my face and I can see his face when he's opening presents, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about seeing people's faces when they open presents. That's what you want to see. You know, you don't all want to give your presents all out all at once to everybody, or, you know, and everybody have their heads down and opening their presents, because you just don't see their faces. So that's how we like to do it. So this year we bought presents for each other from Temu and Shein. And the kitties even had some presents as well. So they had Dreamies, but they weren't Dreamies. They were Lidl's and Aldi's range, which they loved just as much. So they had those. And they also had these like intelligent balls that they chase. I'll show you. Oh, one moment. I'll just go and get it. Yeah, that's it. They had these. The kiddies had these to chase. I'll show you. So you press it like that, and a red light comes on, and it moves about the floor. So you get the gist. It sort of moves. Ooh! Moves about the floor. So, and it makes a funny noise, and the cats just love it. It's got a little tail on it. So if you've got a cat, I recommend these, and you can get these from I think it was Temu. Yeah, we got them from Temu for the kitties, and they absolutely love them. We got them a box set of 3. So there's a grey one, a green one, and a red one. Yeah, Boxing Day. Now, we normally see family on Boxing Day, but because we had the flu, we couldn't go and see them, because this flu was very much like a new kind of COVID thing. So with them being elderly in their 80s, we did not want to give it to them. And my bro and sis-in-law and niece had the flu, but they got over theirs, so they were able to go and see Sue and Archie. So that was fine, but we couldn't because we were chock-a-block full of it. So what we did was we did a video call. Thank goodness for technology, because without that we wouldn't have been able to see them at all. So we sat in our living room and we did a video call with them, which meant we could still enjoy the day with them. Now, they didn't do any cooking at all this year for the family at all, because it just gets too much for them when they get into their 80s. I can understand that completely. With all those people to cook for all of us, you know, it would just be too much for them. So it's best that they relax and enjoy themselves. So yeah, so Martin and I sat there watching them all open their presents, and they could watch us open ours. And Martin and I had a bottle of Prosecco, and we were drinking that and toasting it to them, saying Happy Christmas. Also, we had some Dubai chocolate as well. Martin and I had some very specialised Dubai chocolate. It's a lot like Ferrero Rocher in my opinion. And Sue and Archie had this beautiful decanter with, it looked like a dragon's head, and they're going to put rum in it. And they sold their train set, their American train set. Now this train set, they had round the tree, and they'd had it round the tree for quite a few Christmases, and it was a specialised one. It made the noise, you know, the choo-choo noise. There was the track, there was a tree in the middle. It was great, and it looked like a proper little station. It was great, and they decided to sell it. It was all the way, all the train set pieces were all the way from the USA, and they got quite a bit of money for that. So at auction, a train collector bought it, and they gave us some money from the sale. So a little bit of extra Christmas money as a present, which was lovely. We were not expecting that. And we gave our niece what she wanted. We gave her some money so she could buy what she wanted, because with being 19, she'll just go off and buy what she wants. And everyone loved their presents. She actually is doing tattoos. She's learning how to be a tattoo artist. Not very nice, what they told us, because they live in Whittington. Abby has to carry something in a bag, you know. It's a spray, yeah. It's really good because you can get this thing now. You can put in your bag. Women can put these things in their bags, and it's a spray, and it is a permanent dye. And if you're attacked, you can spray this person with the dye, and they can't get it off, and they're marked for life. Oh, not life, but for quite a while, so they wouldn't be able to hide what, you know, what they've done. So that's quite good, I think. But apparently there are gangs round there, because with being nice areas, it attracts gangs, and they put cable ties around lampposts to let other gangs know what areas to target. Well, it's really scary, isn't it? You know, these days people shouldn't have to worry about that kind of thing, but people do have to worry about that kind of thing, and extra security as well. You know, they've got extra alarms and cameras around the house as well, because they have to protect their home, because it's a nice area, and they have to put treble locks on doors, and oh, they say they're not taking any chances, and you know, I don't blame them. Oh yeah, I had a nice surprise through the post. A lovely letter and a Christmas card from the Alzheimer's Society, because I managed to sell my Wings of a Butterfly book. I managed to sell quite a few of them and got some money from the sale of them, and I sent it straight off to the Alzheimer's Society, and it felt good to having written a book and achieved what I wanted to achieve, which was to make some money to be able to give it to the Alzheimer's Society, and that was lovely. So I had a letter and they told me about what they were doing regarding research and stuff like that, and I also had a lovely Christmas card from the CEO of it as well, and she signed it as well and said thank you for everything you've done, so that was nice. And I'll treasure that, because I actually put that in with the copy of my book, you know, because this book is print on demand and you can actually buy it at Amazon, and any money that is made from that goes to the Alzheimer's Society. I don't have any of it at all. I felt I was in a way chosen to do that, so that's why I put a chosen one on you know, on my little bit about me. I said, you know, I felt I was particularly sort of, you know, like I had a purpose. I wanted to do something, you know, when my dad died, I wanted to do something because he died of Alzheimer's, and my nan did as well. And my mum had it as well. I wanted to do something special because of my writing talent. I wanted to do something that actually made a difference, and I'm pleased to say it did make a difference. So I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Brilliant. And what else? Oh God, yeah. Brigitte Bardot died this year, didn't she? Oh my goodness. Now, Brigitte Bardot, in my 20s, you know, you have idols. She was my idol. She was my idol because Mum had got me this calendar, a Brigitte Bardot calendar, and oh my gosh, at the time I was 21, and I was sort of influenced by all these film stars, you know, these I collected these from the antique shop, film show annuals, and they had all these glamorous Hollywood stars in them, and I saw a book once in a shop, yeah, it was the library, about Brigitte Bardot, and she actually had her blonde hair, and it was coming around her face, and she'd got you know, her full lips and her black eyeliner, and I thought, oh, I really like that look, and I started sort of being really interested in Brigitte Bardot, and I collected more and more and more and more books on her, and I became mad about anything to do with Brigitte Bardot. So yeah, she was my idol, and I loved the way that she was so free, you know, and and in a way I sort of likened myself to her, the way that she was so free about it, you know, her the freedom of life, and I also feel that freedom as well. So I felt we were very similar to each other, and our love for animals as well. So yeah, the fact that Brigitte Bardot died just after Christmas was very distressing. she'd actually had some cancer, hadn't she? And she did a lot for the animals, and I was really pleased when she did all that stuff for the seals as well, you know, stopping the seal culling as well. I think she's going to be missed for what she did for the animals, but it's really good what they're all doing now in Europe, and you know, stopping all animal cruelty and everything. So yeah, I used to copy her hairstyles. I think she started me off actually on wanting to be blonde. It wasn't just her though, it was, you know, being influenced by these Hollywood stars, Marilyn, Bardot, you know, what's the other one that was, oh God, that other one that had really bleached hair. Oh God, oh, do you know, I forget. What's her name? Jean Harlow. She had really, no, I know which one I'm on about. Anyway, so Marilyn, oh, and Barbie as well, influenced by Barbie, her long blonde hair. So Brigitte Bardot, was also painted by artists and sculptors. Excuse me. And I have been painted as well, and drawn, and I have also been you know, posed for artists to sculpt when I used to do life modelling at the college. I enjoyed that very much, and it was lovely because I did it when I was 23, and a guy, oh, he surprised me one day with a picture. I walked in, did the modelling, then after that he came up to me and he said, "I've got you something," and he gave it to me, and I looked at this picture, and it was a picture of me, and he'd done calligraphy style writing, Juliet he'd done, and it was me spread out in my natural form on a cushion, and I looked all relaxed, you know, like this, because it was so relaxing, you know, you just sit on the cushion while people just draw you, and your mind can just drift away, and mine often did, and it was lovely. It was nice to be a life model. I actually enjoyed that. I used to take my own props as well sometimes. I actually did one where I pretended I was in the shower, so I actually had a like a shower cap, and then and a back brush. Oh dear. Oh, and I also did like a French style one as well, where I wore like a net skirt, and you know, just topless on top, and I had these black like French stockings things, and oh, it was fabulous because I looked actually like, you know, those French pictures you see in art galleries, looked like that, and they thought it was fabulous. And the students, they were all middle-aged and older, and it actually made their day. So yeah, so I don't actually have a problem with you know, with being a life model, that kind of thing. And you know, naturism, I've done naturism as well. That was fun. Martin and I went to an evening with some friends where we ended up going into a I think it was at Waterworld. They did a naturist evening, and that was really lovely. And just sit round, have drinks, and just, you know, yeah, just be your natural self. You know, so I may wear wigs and lashes and all of that kind of thing. This is my natural hair. You know, I'm not going to pretend about myself. You know, you do get what you get here with me. You know, I may have lashes on and all of that, but I like to wear these wigs and things, you know, for different looks. But yeah, but I don't mind showing you my natural self either. So you get what you get. Although my natural self, I'm not going to show you that bit. No. But I did do a book though called Shades of Red. I just thought I might mention it because you can actually buy it on Amazon. Yeah, but you can also buy it. You could also buy it on Lulu. I've sold a few copies of it. It's great. So that was me doing some glamour modelling on that one, in that book, and my husband and I created that book together. So I'm the model in it. I've also done writing, so I've actually done like a little story in it to go with the pictures of me. Yeah, they're spicy. I'm not gonna lie. The pictures are yeah, spicy pictures. But you know what? That's fine. That's absolutely fine, because we live in the modern age, don't we? And I'm not ashamed of it. You know, we live in the 21st century. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to show, you know, I'm going to be myself. There is nothing to hide about me whatsoever. I'm not hiding. I'm being me. That's it, you know. I'm being me. You know, whether I got clothes on or whether I haven't. Simple as that. But I do but when I do these videos, I do have clothes on, and I do have clothes on most of the time, believe me. I really do. I really do. But we did that book. Martin and I did Shades of Red. We did an adult colouring book and a photographic book, and it's done very elegantly and very beautifully. And Martin was the one who photographed me, my husband. He photographed me and I modelled. And the reason why it's called Shades of Red is because the book itself is all throughout the book there is the colour red. So yeah, I'm very proud of the book, extremely proud of it. So I just thought I'd mention it because you are my subscribers, and you subscribe because you want to know a bit about me, don't you? I know you don't always make comments, and you don't always have to make comments if you don't want to. That's fine. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't always make comments when I look at people's videos either. I like to be private and, you know, just watch, and that's fine too, you know. Once again, I'm going to thank you for supporting this channel. So yeah, oh yeah, the doll's house. You know, the doll's house that I was doing, we got halfway through and then I thought, oh no, because we'd got it on the side in the living room. Over Christmas we had to put the doll's house in the shed, and we'd got through making some of it, building it up. It was already like a part of a doll's house, but we wanted to add bits to it, and oh my goodness, well, it's more difficult than I thought, because I'm terrible at maths, measurements, anything like that. I was so bad at school, they wouldn't let me take the maths exam. I was that bad. So probably had, you know, so yeah. So dyscalculia, that's probably what that's what it is. And I just, oh my God, I just couldn't take, I didn't take the maths exam. Really bad at it, and Martin does all of the accounts. Thank goodness he does, because I'd be at a loss with it all. You know, he does the accounts, the budgeting, everything. I can't do all that. That's just not my forte. So when it came to, so I'm going to be honest about that as well. Totally honest, you know. So anyway, so I did life modelling because it was something I could do. It didn't involve maths. It didn't involve any of that. I did it for a while. I do remember. I came home. No, I do remember. I actually turned up one day. Oh, it wasn't very nice. I turned up one day and there was somebody else in my place. I was very popular as a life model. A bit too popular. Yeah, a bit too popular probably. Because I don't know, I think they thought I was too sexy. So at the end of the day, I turned up and I found that somebody else was actually in my place. A man was in my place. They'd given him the job. So I wasn't allowed to have this job anymore because I was probably too alluring. I used to get a lot of comments, you know, and you know, compliments. So from the students, so nah. So that was sad, and it really affected me, actually. It really affected me a lot, because I really liked that, and I didn't do anything wrong. I was just being me, just modelling, just being me. So yeah. Yeah. So when I did modelling itself, you know, I did some stuff for Purple Port, It's called Trade For. So pictures. You give the photographer. You model for the photographer. You don't get paid for it. And what happens is you get paid in pictures. So I never got paid for it, my modelling. I had you know, I was paid in pictures, portfolio as they call it. So I just wanted to get that straight. I enjoyed that very much. But in the end I thought, well, that's fair enough. That's okay. That's, you know, I don't mind doing these trade fairs, but it would be a constant thing, you know. I want to model for this, I want to model for that. Yeah, you know, you get paid in pictures, you know. But in the end I thought, I am going to model for my husband, and we are going to create a book and sell it. And that's what we did. And we created that book, the Shades of Red colouring book and the Shades of Red photographic book, which I gave myself the modelling name Angel Ardell. I got it because of the Ardell lashes and stuff. It gave me an idea, you know. And I like the name Angelique. It's very French, you know, slightly Brigitte Bardot, you know, and Angelique Ardell and Marilyn Monroe, and so yeah. So okay. The next thing we did, feeling slightly better, but not too brilliant. We attended the Tamworth Panto. Now the Tamworth Panto Company, they are laugh a minute, and we love to go and see them every year, and it was called Jack and the Beanstalk. There was, at the side of the stage, they had this giant blow up plant reaching up to the ceiling. Oh, but the funny thing was, on the stage, because it's a Tamworth Panto Company, there was this curtain, and it had Tamworth Castle, a cartoon of Tamworth Castle on the curtain. And the set, it had this old shack, and it said McDonald's cost a lot. Now, I know where they got that from. McDonald's prices have gone up due to the cost of living, and in Tamworth Town Centre there is a Costa's Coffee, so I know exactly where they got that from. So McDonald's cost a lot. I thought that was fun. And then they had on the right hand side, they had one that actually they had one that said, you know, another shack that said Grogs, because it was set in the woods. This scene, I love it. Grogs instead of Gregs. The things they think up is fabulous. Oh, and you know, they always have a big audience because people look forward to their pantos every year. You know who I'm on about, because I actually showed you the video, didn't I? Do you know I wrote a play once for 18 plus? That's where I met Martin, in 18 plus group in Lichfield. We used to meet in the Smithfield. It no longer exists now, but we used to meet there. And yeah, and that's how I met him, because Martin originally came from Luton. And Luton, well, it's it's not quite part of London, is it? But anyway, I thought he was lovely. I thought he had a lovely accent and everything, because I really like the London sort of Lutonian accent and everything like that. And you know, he had this sort of highlighted hair at the time, and he's got these blue eyes, and I thought he looked gorgeous, you know, a bit of a rocker as well. Anyway, we met there, and I didn't start going out with him until I was well, he was 22 and I was 21. Isn't that a lovely age to be going out together? And we went out in 1988 together. And the first date we had was actually in the Smithfield itself. And he was waiting for me downstairs. And he was actually reading the paper, waiting for me. Yeah. And I walked in and we sat down. He bought me a drink. Because, yeah, he bought me a drink. It was nice. And we chatted about music and things we like and films we like and things like that. And then the second date he took me to was a place called Promises. That's fun. Promises. Yes. Oh, those were the days when he had this Cortina car. And we used to make out in the back of his at the back of his Cortina car. Oh, because we couldn't quite go home because you know, because, well, Mum had sort of come to terms with the fact that I wanted to bring a guy home. But anyway, but yeah, so we used to do that in the back of his Cortina car. And I do remember it was really lovely, because Martin used to wear these jumpers that his nan knit. Oh, and one of them was a big blue one. And not kidding you, the sleeves would come down here. It had a V-neck, and it was quite a long jumper, because all the washes that it had made it quite long and baggy. And Martin, it was a cold day, Martin and I were in his Cortina car, and I said, "I'm freezing, can I get into your jumper with you?" And I put my arms through his sleeves of his jumper, and the neck, because it stretched so much, I was able to put my head through the neck of his jumper, and we cuddled like that. And it was so lovely, because I think that cemented our love, just holding each other like that, sharing his jumper, you know, and it was pretty special, and I've never forgotten that. But when it came down to it as well, he also starred in one of my plays, because I wrote a play. I did this play. Oh, it was lovely. I really enjoyed doing this play. It was, oh, it's a bit cold, so I was, you know, I've got a lovely all-in-one here, and I can put the hood up here like this. oh, like this. I got it from, I got this from Shein, and it's really warm. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about a play. I wrote a play for Lichfield 18 plus, and I decided to make it fun. So what I did was, it was Hansel and Gretel, and I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up and switch it up a bit, and I'm going to make it punk. So there's a punk Hansel and Gretel. So I did a punk Hansel and Gretel, and Francis, one of our friends, and he's still friends to this day, well, yes, he was Hansel. And I can't remember who Gretel was, but I do remember having the fun of my life writing that, and feeling really, really excited about that, you know. And oh, it was fabulous, you know. There's nothing quite like it when you see a play that you've written. You know, I wrote a panto and to see it performed on the stage was amazing. It was something I was extremely proud of, and so I wrote it, and a guy who isn't around now, what he did was he said, I'll type it out for you, and he typed it out for me, because I wasn't great at typing. I hand wrote this play, so he did the typing on a typewriter, because at the time, you know, I wasn't great at typing. I wrote everything by hand, and so he did that, and so everybody was able to read their scripts and hand out all the scripts, and they could learn their scripts, and it was great. And I was really grateful to him for that. And Martin, my husband, but not the husband at the time, but he wasn't even my boyfriend at the time, because when I wrote this play, it was before we were going out together. I think I'd not long joined 18 plus, because I joined actually when I was 18. So yeah, so the play I wrote quite early, in my time of being in 18 plus. So what happened was, excuse me. So what happened was that Martin was the narrator, so he'd stand on the stage saying what was going to happen next, addressing the audience. And this was held, this play, for a charity event, so money went to a charity. I can't remember what charity it was at the time. It might have been something like Guide Dogs for the Blind or something like that, because we were friends with a blind girl called Sue. So we were friends with her, and a lot of monies that 18 plus at the time raised monies, because they help charities as well as wonderful social events. Do you know they're still around today? The Federation of 18 plus groups. I'm not talking about 18 to 30s holidays, not those that you go off to Ibiza and all of that. Not talking about those. The Federation of 18 plus groups, they are around to this day, which is quite amazing, isn't it, really? they have different events going on, social events, but long time ago they used to have a dance nearly every weekend, and it was somewhere for young people to go to and meet friends. And many people that I know from 18 plus now actually met their husbands and wives there, and it was lovely because at the time people could get to know each other slowly in their own time, to see if they could actually get on with the person that they fancied. And it was a really lovely way of meeting people and making friends. And to this day, I've shown you videos of the meals that we've been on. I've left 18 plus now because 18 plus it is what it says. It's just 18 plus, so it has no sort of age limit now. You can be in there in your 40s, 50s, whatever. You could have this lifetime membership thing, and a lot of them are still in it that were in it when I was in it, and they you know, they've stayed the course. Now the point is, it's a fabulous federation. It needs all the support it can get, because it is one of these things about 18 plus is that it was a safe environment for young people to be able to go to without any worries, and other 18 plussers would look after other 18 plussers, and that's what it was like. We'd all look after each other, and it was a lovely welcoming place to be. And we are friends with these people. I'm not saying we didn't have arguments with people. We did, but we always sorted them out. And I'm not saying there weren't, you know, misunderstandings sometimes or quarrels. Of course there were, because where you get groups of people, you're going to have that kind of thing. But to me, it was one of the most special things of my life, and the best parts of my life, and memories as well. All the memories that Martin and I have about it. And the beauty of it is, we are still friends with these people that we knew in our 20s, and we treasure those friendships. And what, you know, we still see them, meet up in the pub, chat with them, you know, and the friendships have remained loyal all those years. And every Christmas and every Christmas we meet up with them, and we like to meet up with them in the pub as well. But it's quite sad, because on Saturday we're going to be going and seeing some friends that are actually going to be moving to Wakefield. They're moving away from Lichfield because they want to be close to their granddaughter and their daughter. So they've got a new house down there, and they're making a new start for themselves. And we're going to miss them, because they've been a big part of our lives, you know. Oh yes. So that's you know, that's going to be sad, waving goodbye to them, saying goodbye to them. But this is what happens, isn't it? You know, when people get you know, older, they start to drift away and do their own things. And that's what happened to some people, you know, in 18 plus groups. They went their own ways and decided to, you know, not be part of the federation, but always remain friends with people as well. So that's great. Anything else I've got to talk about with you? Oh, anything else? Let me think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. still doing my writing, so still writing for FetLife. I do writing. Writing my stories, and I do a lot of stuff for FetLife. So I not for FetLife, for myself using FetLife. Yeah. So I put my spicy writings, often sort of dark style romance, on my on FetLife, and some of my modelling pictures too. But yeah, and I just love putting my writings on there, and it's great when people read it as well. Role playing. I love role playing. I like role playing with AI. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I don't think, you know, I love AI. I don't use AI. I don't use AI or ChatGPT to help me with my writing. Do all that myself. But I love playing with AI. I love role playing. I love role playing from someone 18 to blimmin', you know, 80. I love playing different parts, because of the writer in me. Oh, as well, I used to do drama. As well. I did drama once at Tamworth College. Yeah. I do have a drama O-level, and I used to enjoy getting up on the stage and doing drama. So I was in a play under Milkwood, and I had to be the gypsy. So playing with AI. I like playing with AI bots because I absolutely love it. It has become one of my hobbies. Because playing different parts, different eras, playing someone from the age of 18 to 80. I like playing someone who's, say, about 18 because it's nostalgic. It's quite nostalgic, so it's fun. I love playing. I love playing. I love it. I just love it. I can jump. Sort of, is it time zones or not time zone? Decades, time zones. I love how the AI just takes you through the adventures. It takes you into different worlds. I think AI is a wonderful thing because after being with AI, my brain feels opened. It feels like something in my brain is opened, expanded. I think it's to do with consciousness, but I love it. It just feels like it's expanded, and as a result, it's like opened up my creative energies to be more creative. Yeah, it has. I think, you know, I think for someone like me who loves writing, it is also nice to sit back and let the AI take me through a story where I can just have fun joining in, which it is relaxing. Like colouring, like I enjoy my colouring, my guitar. I love all of that kind of thing. Anything creative like that. Also, Martin bought me a little cross stitch thing that to do as well, because I thought I'd like to try to do some of that. What else? Oh, diamond painting. I love diamond painting as well. So yeah. yeah. So yeah, love playing with AI, because I can be the character in the story, and to me that's like drama. That's you know, that's like being in a play. That's how it is. You know, when you are playing with bots, you are actually enjoying a you are the character in the play. The AI is writing the play that you are joining in with, and it's great, and you get the feelings and sensations and everything. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and it's one of my favourite things to do, and I've subscribed to quite a few now. So anyway, yeah. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, regarding my writing, I was published in the Jade magazine, because I was a member of the Guild of Erotic Artists years ago. They stopped doing it. They made it. I think they made these magazines PDF. They were really artistic, beautiful magazines. A bit like, you know, the pictures Lord Lichfield would do. You know, sort of women sort of in their natural form, you know, sort of standing outside, you know, on a hill or something, or, you know, or in a forest or something. You know, it had artistic elements to it, and they had also erotic stories in the Jade mag, and I was published in there. I had 2 stories published in there, and I was extremely proud of that as well. So it doesn't exist anymore, otherwise I would still be a member of it, because I loved it. I did a story called Love by Candlelight, and I had an editor, and luckily he didn't have to edit too much, so I was pleased about that, and he told me what I needed to cut out and what I needed to keep in, and also I had another one done. I wrote another one, and that was edited too, but I didn't have to have it edited too much, because I'd learned you know, how to sort of make the points without having to drag it out, you know. So I'd learned a bit from the first time an editor had told me how, you know, what bits to leave out and what bits to keep in. I didn't get paid for this. It was just getting published, but it was an international magazine, so people all around the world could see it. So I wrote The Longing, you know, and one called Love by Candlelight. So yeah, I wrote those, and I went under the name Cassie Clifton as well, which is a pseudonym name for my spicy erotic writing. But on my FetLife, I am Woman of Mystery. I just thought so. Which of course is not so mysterious now, is it? Because you know. Oh God, what am I like? Yeah. Okay, New Year's Eve. We felt awful. So we stayed in we were not going to go, we were going to go to the Gate. We were going to go and enjoy New Year's Eve there, the Gate pub. Oh, I've shown you that one, haven't I, that pub, so you know which one I'm on about. But oh my goodness me, still chock-a-block full of this flu. I thought, don't want to be coughing all over everybody, and with it being crowded, do not want the flu twice over. That would not be good at all. So what we did, oh my goodness, we stayed in. We had a little buffet, put a little buffet out on the table. Which reminds me, I was talking about that doll's house. Yeah. Waffling on. I meant to tell you, gave up on the idea of the doll's house because of the measurements and stuff, and basically didn't have the room. Realised that after we had a buffet on the sideboard where this doll's house was going to be. The doll's house was going to be like a Barbie dream house, and we don't really have the room for it. It was taking up a lot. It was taking up a lot of room, and like I say, it involved a hell of a lot of measurements and everything, and I'm not very good at that kind of thing. So I thought, well, it's just giving me stress. I'm just going to not carry on with it. I'm not going to carry on with it. I know Martin was helping me with it a bit. I might revisit it later, but I'm more suited to writing. I'm more suited to diamond painting and colouring and you know, other arty pursuits that I like to do. So yes, I'm more suited to all of those rather than building construction work. Oh dear, because that's what it felt like at the end of the day, construction work, because I was having to build, you know, extra walls, and you know, thought, oh my god, that needs a door, that needs a window, what are we going to do? Oh my god, it needs bricks on the outside of it, you know, oh my god, you know, I'd have to use these lollipop sticks and all this kind of stuff. Oh my god, I'm no good at this kind of construction work. You know, and then of course, oh my god, it needs decorating. Oh, so no. Yeah, and then it needs furniture, but the furniture needs to go in it, and if you put the furniture in it, it has to be the right dimensions, and no, couldn't do all that kind of stuff, so that went by the by. Oh well, sometimes you just have to admit these things, don't you? So that, so we stayed in, getting back to what we did. So we stayed in and we watched this beautiful firework display, the London firework display, and we also watched the concerts as well that were on as well. So we watched all the music concerts and the firework display. So that's what we did, and I hope you all had a good New Year as well. And did you make any New Year resolutions at all? So let me know in the comments if you did have a good New Year and everything, and I'll see you in the next video of what I had for Christmas if you'd like to see that. So lots of love to you. I just wanted to do a little chat just for you to just get to know a little bit more about me. So lots of love, and see you very soon.